college football, but entering that game on this set to you guys, I said there was one elite defense entering the matchup in Austin back to end out October. It's not the Bulldogs like it used to be. It is Texas.
College football today, only on SportsGrid.
Those guys, those rookies, the Pacom Daddiers, the Jacob Toppins, right? The Tyler Koleks, those young kids. He wants to get them that check. It means a lot to Brunson. And honestly, folks, it's going to mean a lot to this New York Knicks franchise that's never been back to the Eastern Conference Finals or the NBA Finals since 1999.
Betting above the rim, only on SportsGrid. The Bostonian versus the Book.
I remember one time, I don't know if Kenny will remember this, I said put 100 on, I think I left it on a text, put 100 on this horse that won, and then Kenny called me back later and goes, hey, I never got the text. And I'm like,
no.
Oh yeah. Remember that, Kenny?
I would never stiff anybody. When he texted me as they're loading into the gate, maybe, like, it's too late.
The Bostonian versus the Book.
The NFL and college, they don't operate on the same timelines, right? UNLV's head coach just got, the Purdue job this morning, where I imagine, right, UNC probably needs to know from Bill.
And let's say it's late December, and we see 7, 8 teams open, and none of them want Bill. Then Bill's got to make a decision. Does he want to be a college head coach?
Pro Football Today, only on SportsGrid.
All right, back with you right here on SportsGrid. A big Blake Corum reception, Donnie, gets the drive underway for the Rams, where I mentioned tonight, I'm really excited to kind of bet like the first play things.
Yes.
I have no rhythm on the Rams offense because nothing they do works.
No, it's
But now it's working.
Yeah, now you're staying aggressive because now something you didn't see in the first half was being able to stay aggressive. Once the rain started coming down, both teams went really into survival mode. Now you see the Rams get a couple first downs. Sean McVay actually ramping it up. I don't think they even huddled here, so they're running tempo at this point, which I agree with. Matthew Stafford finally getting in rhythm. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, he looks confident now. Like, actually, he knows where he wants to go with the football. I don't know if he was rattled, but he's checking down, making sure throws. Why not go to your running back, Blake Corum, coming out of the backfield with no total, pegged when Kyron had a 10.5? But that's besides the point. I need Matt Stafford, 150 plus. He's up to 47.
This guy's out here pass catching maven.
All of a sudden.
Oh, man. Short to intermediate in the reception.
And he's just throwing to the wrong running back.
That's a hot back, too, staying
That's
out
it.
there.
Oh, man, that's good. Yeah. Well, you got to think there's good value on Kyron now. Clearly good relationship with the RB room.
Yeah, why not? I'll tell you what. He's got 47 yards. Let's end it with a touchdown, and I'll be happy.
I don't know. They may say, though, listen, you can't put a
horrible
You can't put another bet in on Kyron. We're sorry. They might tell you that's enough.
I have his rushing 63.5. He needs 16 yards, 17.
Like
Hopefully he gets that.
Max.
Stay activated. By the way, fast-moving third quarter, too. But that Debo drop was huge. You don't know if he would have scored on that play, but they would have been deep into the red zone. Maybe a touchdown. They get the field goal. Huge.
Sort of, though, the L.A., felt the pressure a little bit, even with the drop that they got into tempo, right? They felt that they had to score and at least flip the field in terms of this drive. So we'll see. I don't know why he's thrown into triple coverage tonight.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like he's got any juice in terms of the long throws. I don't know if he is injured, but I'm sure we'll find out later in the week. But we'll see how this drive does play out.
Always love the 2nd and 10 run. For like 2-3 yards.
Is this
or down?
4th and 3? You think he goes for it again?
No, not if they don't get anything.
Stafford's playing so poorly that you're throwing out he might be injured. I just think that really captures how bad he's been.
Well, there's no like fastball. I mean, the deep throws are like lobs. I mean, have you seen a good throw yet?
Like, sometimes you'll like the lobs, but lobbing it in like 4 defenders and one backup tight end. Yeah, come on.
I'm not saying he's completely banged, but maybe, it was a tough game against the Bills.
I mean, you got to
be a little banged up.
Is Cooper Kupp going to be in on the next
really,
drive
come on.
for the Niners wearing red, Don?
My goodness, make a trade for the guy.
Or I mean,
Puka's open. He just
what's
didn't
he
see.
doing?
I saw him late.
Ooh, first
You gonna
down.
flag him? Flag him?
you got to go.
Gotta go.
No, you're definitely
Gotta go.
No question about it.
But see, I like pass or run.
Run.
4th and 1.
I'm rolling him
no,
out.
no,
I'm
you're
actually rolling him out a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
not the way he's been playing. Run.
I bet he takes a deep shot.
Ooh, that would be tasty.
Who, Cooper?
Cooper can't get all
Good
the way
hit,
down
though.
there.
Looked like he got it.
No, it didn't.
No?
No.
Okay.
Kyron Williams, maybe a flare
Sure.
pass to him right here, Joe.
Nah, I'm
No.
Fly sweep.
Yep.
Just run it to him.
Is that Kyron back
Yes,
there?
Look at
it
the
is.
stack in the middle up. Look at Bosa.
Deep
Like
play
like
action.
a cat out there.
Whoa!
More rushing yards for the quarterback. How about that?
There you go.
Over
Yeah.
rush attempts
Yep.
for anybody.
Come on, let's get some juice. Come on, Rams.
Niners still
Finish this
sitting
off.
as the favorites, 2.5 minus
That makes
146.
sense.
They're not buying a touchdown drive yet.
Nope.
6-6.
There's
They
Bosa
priced
checking
in.
out of the game, limping. Wants something to
Banged
keep
up.
an eye on there.
All right.
That running up the middle. Brock Purdy's got 3 yards. Matthew Stafford's got 13. Stop.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Not how you drew it up.
No.
I can't jump into anything. 26.5 for a total.
You have 9.
Yeah, it's tough.
Need 18 points, right?
Like the Rams aren't going to be in a hurry, and they're doing the right thing. Like continue to run the
There you
football,
go.
stay ahead of the sticks.
Yeah.
Nothing's
2nd and
working
5.
deep downfield, so that's what it is. Cooper Kupp nowhere. What Coop finishes with 0 yards in this game?
So you know what, Donnie? We're not
18
talking
and a half.
enough.
You want to take a shot?
No, I already have it at 28.5. Well, no piece of.
Well, let me ask you this, and I'm serious.
Yeah.
Would you rather 18.5 over
Yeah.
or longest reception 12.5?
Longest reception.
It's like caught a ball for 15. Let's just
Exactly.
get out of here.
Over the middle, makes one guy miss. He's got 17 yards. Away you go.
Lisi for 40 yards plus 370.
Who's that for?
Cup.
43.70.
You want 50? It's plus
No,
640.
not too rich. I'm
Right.
worried about. I'm worried
Doing
about
out
it.
here.
40 is 370.
Yeah.
You ever watch games where you see this? Like it's like it's too much motion.
Here's
but
the
it's gonna
problem,
false
though.
start. Just feels like it.
They get the lead.
Yeah.
They're going to start to run it more than they throw it.
Awesome.
That's a problem.
There's Big Avila out there. Kev's guy, 73.
Yeah.
We
were talking about Quentin Nelson highlights on that interview. It was a good time.
They're still
You got to spike
pricing
the
the
ball
Rams as plus 122 dogs. I still like the Rams to win the game. Still a long field goal right here.
Yeah.
Can you expand a little bit on why you like them to win the game?
I just think, again, I just not sold on San Francisco big picture, and I just think at some point the Rams will find a way to pull this game out. I just think at this point right now, they are more consistent than San Francisco. And even though Stafford hasn't been on, still believe in the rushing attack. And Brock Purdy hasn't really shown me all that much that I feel threatened that this game can't be a 4-quarter game. So you're going to give me the road team plus 122. Now it's minus 104. I'll take that shot. The fact that they were given at some point, I still believe. I mean, the one drop by Debo, right?
Yeah.
Outside of that, hold them to field goals. So it's going to be a 4-quarter game for the most part. And I think they're running the football a little bit better.
I think they're running the football more. Honestly, I don't think the Rams' rush attack's been great. I just
3.5 yards per carry for the Rams, 2.4 for the Niners.
And Garendo's not really had much any
explosiveness.
pop, so it's a fair
Yeah.
point there. I can't. I certainly wouldn't argue that it's been a better rush attack for the Niners. I just think we've seen a lot more of it tonight from the Rams, but it's
18
not been
carries for Kyron Williams so far in this game.
Well, for how many yards?
58, 3.2 yards per
Not
carry.
good.
Yeah.
Right?
And he's an explosive running back. It's not like he's just a plotter out there trying to get yards.
14.5 was his longest rush. You certainly would have, hoped that with that type of volume, you'd have a chance.
Yeah. All right, so third down's coming up. Like again, they're not playing for field goals, but nothing has been play action, explosive, anything.
No, it's like
Flip
they want
screens all
to play a lower scoring game and grind it out on the road. And I think part of that was the weather, but the other part now, when you look at this drive, run, third and short.
Yeah,
he's obviously, is he going to go for it? Most likely, right? You don't think so? You think he'll tie it up if it's fourth and one?
If it's incomplete.
Yeah, they're kicking the field goal 1,000% if it's incomplete. I like the running call. We'll see the execution of it. Good execution. There you go.
But should be through his number, 63.5.
What I would
65
65, yeah.
Yep.
Lisi, on the decisions from McVay is it looks like the adjustment he made was my quarterback's a disaster right now.
Short passes and running.
Right? You know, Stafford is, I don't know, you can call it, Donnie, you care more than I do.
Yeah.
I think a Hall of Famer based on the scale.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's not that he doesn't believe in Stafford.
Yes.
Call it big picture.
Yeah.
But he's watching Stafford not have it
Mhm.
tonight.
Yeah.
And if he can get out of here with Stafford playing terribly, he'll think to himself, awesome.
Yeah.
Because I know my boy Matt will be ready to roll next week.
Yep.
But this is not his game.
All right. Now we just need a rollout and a touchdown pass right now. That's all we need. But no, from last week's perfection game, now you're outdoors in a little bit of elements. It doesn't look that great. But again, if the Rams pull this game out where they didn't play that good, that's a great win.
Yeah.
It really is.
Would be very interested to see how far this number shifts
Yeah.
if they hit the end zone. Fourth quarter is around the corner.
So my team didn't win this weekend, but I still did with this app that's taking over the game. Sports Millions Pick'em lets you make quick and easy predictions. Pick your favorite players, go higher or lower, and you can still win big even if your team loses. Plus, the multiplier is insane. With just a few picks, you can win big money. So get on it. They've got a welcome bonus to help you start off your winning streak.
Anyone that's been to a sporting event, the atmosphere before a game, I think Game Time Decisions has that same exact atmosphere. This is our arena. This is what we do. There is going to be an energy to Game Time Decisions that you will feel night in and night out. The excitement you get when you lock your bets in, when you're figuring out what you want to do, we can zone in on the biggest games each night. I want this to be the place that people come to before the games start so they feel as ready as possible to lock in their cards. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions to get that new information, react to it, and be able to then bet accordingly. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on SportsGrid.
Your gut says Miami is going to win, and you should take the over. Your gut also said your NFT selfies would only go up in value. They didn't. But your head is on SportsGrid and knows the QB is in concussion protocol. The backup has a 45 QBR against the zone coverage. The New York D has the most sacks in the league. So yeah, trust your head. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
The two guys that can do it all.
Too much electricity this morning.
This is a good time. We're having a lot of fun.
I had to do a triple take. Ka-ching! Why? Because of parity. I didn't mean to offend.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Load management is a dirty word.
Let him rip.
You know what? Circumstances provide the results. What?
How do you do this one?
Oh, Donnie, you've got such a good show there.
A network that is booming.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.
All right, let's dive in right here on SportsGrid. The fourth quarter begins with the Rams in their most dangerous territory of the night. In fact, for either team, their most dangerous territory. It's 2nd and 3. I believe they are at the 4 or 5 yard line. The question becomes, I imagine they hand it off right here.
Yeah, you probably should the way it's working.
But, like, what is the scenario where this isn't just all runs to Kyron Williams?
Oh, my goodness.
Ugh.
Oh, if that would have worked, that would have been crazy.
He dropped that.
Whoop. Did they score? Did he drop it?
Did he get knocked out? What's the
flag?
That's big. That's a big holding call. So I guess they weren't expecting him to break it outside, which is a devastating call. But that looked like a touchdown run right off the block, too, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
Big time.
A lot there. I would say it looked like Kyron was going to walk in. I'm going to imagine that's because Stafford had the football.
Yeah.
The decision to keep the ball with Stafford, I actually think is an awesome
No, he wasn't going to score there. It was the right decision, too.
Yeah. I think that was an awesome decision by
That's a ticky-tack
But the
call.
fact that he ended up getting hit by 3 people is stunning. But I think, Donnie, that was the design. It's a bad job by the But more than anything, where your mind went to initially is how devastating that holding penalty is, because now you kind of have to throw.
Yeah.
And McVay is not showing again, it's Stafford. He's not like, oh, come on, I can't do this. This is, I've got my 4th string quarterback in, but
you can't afford any
it's
runs.
not what he
Second
wants.
11, you can't run the football anymore.
Look for Kupp here, or
it's usually Cooper Kupp territory. I think that's true, Lisi, but
Hookah.
All right. Well, now you're back into running territory, I guess, theoretically here.
I think I'm throwing.
Throwing?
I think I'm throwing. For me,
Hookah 6 for 46.
I think your defense is playing well.
Mm-hmm.
If Stafford can get a touchdown, awesome. And if it's an incomplete pass,
6-6.
It is what it is.
He's up to 74 passing yards, so he needs another 76 to hit the 150.
Is that a number you
see what
took?
we got.
That is a number. Yeah, plus 194.
Wow.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're running here at this point.
We'll see.
No, and I don't think that would be the right decision, to be honest, DRS.
Trying to ISO up Cooper Kupp, takes a sack.
Oh,
wow. Gets out of it a little bit.
Whoa. Well, skipped one off
Now,
ahead there.
who do you think the flag was on? I didn't see it in the backfield. Illegal man downfield, maybe? Or is that a holding in the end zone?
It's a good question, DRS. What I'd like to know is why the ball didn't hit Cooper Kupp in the chest. Because it looked like Cooper Kupp got himself open on a play where Stafford should have only been looking at Cooper Kupp.
Exactly. It looks like he was in that man motion out there, and as soon as the ball snapped, didn't even look his way. Was it offsides? Oh, illegal man downfield, so it's going to be a field goal.
All right.
Decline both. Did you see that? I just read his lips. Decline both. There are two penalties on the Rams offense.
Yeah. Hold and an illegal man.
You know what's funny
downfield.
is I know you don't want to look. I think I'd go for it. Now that they're going to decline it, and my offense just did all this, I'd be like, you know what? We're not getting down here again. Figure it out, Matt.
Yeah.
I think he missed a wide open Stafford. Like, we're going to see 700 replays of stuff that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Kupp came wide open. Stafford is a mess in this game.
Yeah.
He is. He's off for whatever reason. He hasn't, again, every throw is short, underneath, bubble screen, check down to the running back. That's been a majority of the throws. Hasn't really pushed the ball downfield at all.
He didn't get a touchdown tonight.
No.
No touchdowns.
I know.
No, in a game with a total of 49.5. I mean, it came down 48 and a hook, but still, you're talking about the expectation of this game was
like there are bets
a lot
like
of points.
No touchdown. I wonder what that bet number was.
Yeah, you'll see the tickets start to fly out.
Yep.
You know,
$5.
Yeah,
$10.
You'll see those start to fly. Let's update you. Minus 172 for the Niners to win this game.
Seems right.
Plus 134 on the Rams. 22.5 total at even money towards it over.
Yeah.
Sitting at 12 points, so that's 11 to pay you out. I think the thing is you need a touchdown if you're going to get there, right? But that was kind of, I guess, always the case, so maybe I'm speaking in obvious. It's not a bad 22.5. If you get a touchdown
I think
from one
it's
of
doable.
these teams.
I do. I think it's still doable.
That means the other team needs the touchdown.
Correct.
So that is a little tempting.
Yes,
actually.
it is tempting.
The 22.5.
So it's still in play. You wanted the touchdown somewhere along that drive. I was hoping for a touchdown pass there with the 1-and-1, so it's going to be a little bit tough. Yeah, this game is going to move pretty quickly here. It's all going to matter of what are we now getting out of the San Francisco 49ers in a close 6-6 game.
Yeah.
They haven't shown the ability really to ramp it up, and maybe they're on that same game. Hey, look, let's just put together a drive, get in field goal range. Let's see if we can play this out.
Yeah, you got Kittle at 66.5. He's got 52.
Okay.
You got Jennings at 31. His number is 45 and a hook.
Right.
And then you have Debo, if you want to take a shot, 27.5. He's got 16.
They even go back to that
Stonehands, I can't go back to Stonehands.
True.
You want to take Orendo? He needs a half a yard at plus 112 in the receiving game.
I would just say if I didn't already have, like Debo's long receptions, 10.5.
Yeah.
I still struggle to believe he doesn't get out of here with a catch of that range.
I might take a parlay. Jennings and Kittle. Pays 233, over 45.5 and over 66.5. I mean, even if they don't get anything on this drive, right? They're going to be throwing. I don't think they're going to utilize the rushing attack unless we're talking 9-6 final.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what do we really need? We need basically 15 yards from both guys.
Yeah. See what we get. See what happens on this one.
I'm going to take a shot.
Do they go back to Debo on this? Do they run the football? Do they take any deep shots down the field? Because Juwan Jennings was invisible in the rain. It's clearly he's not that guy to be like, hey, I'm going to make plays in the rain. But it's not raining anymore. You should have good field position. Maybe it's going to be a George Kittle drive at this point. Nothing really too much out of Brock Purdy, but nothing out of either game here. Chances for touchdowns, they just haven't done it.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, you want to take a shot on an anytime touchdown? Which team is going to score it? Is it going to be L.A. or is it going to be San Fran? Or is it going to be both?
Do
we have a 13 up?
It's hard. Usually it's like, hey, 28-28, who gets the next touchdown? Like, nobody's even scored yet.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but
crazier things have happened, right? We get a touchdown before 7 minutes. Anything could happen.
So what's that? 16. So over 28.5 is plus 210. That would be plus touchdown, extra point, field goal for a win. 19-16.
Yeah.
Exact score. But at that point, like, can you bet the exact score? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that point, you're trying to be so specific within your wager. Like, him returning kicks is so funny. Like, where I'm sure he's begging. Like, please, like, this is the only way this is going to work out for me tonight is if I can return these kicks.
Yeah.
You know, it's
painful.
It's tough to watch.
It's a tough watch.
It's a tough watch. We'll see what the Niners offense can deliver here. We're hanging out with you on SportsGrid.
I'm actually not even on a side today. Yeah. And I'll get to that. Why are you on Texas? I gave them a chance. Maybe not me as the overwhelming authority in college football, but entering that game on this set to you guys, I said there was one elite defense entering the matchup in Austin back to end out October. It's not the Bulldogs like it used to be. It is Texas.
College football today, only on SportsGrid.
Those guys, those rookies, the Pacom Daddies, the Jacob Toppins, right? The Tyler Koliks, those young kids. He wants to get them that check. It means a lot to Brunson. And honestly, folks, it's going to mean a lot to this New York Knicks franchise that's never been back to the Eastern Conference Finals or the NBA Finals since 1999.
Betting above the rim, only on SportsGrid. The Bostonian versus the Book.
I remember one time, I don't know if Kenny will remember this. I said put 100 on, I think I left it on a text. Put 100 on this horse that won, and then Kenny called me back later and goes, hey, I never got the text. And I'm like,
no.
Oh, yeah. Remember that, Kenny?
I would never stiff anybody. When he texted me as they're loading into the gate, maybe, like, it's too late.
The Bostonian versus the Book.
The NFL and college, they don't operate on the same timelines, right? UNLV's head coach just got, the Purdue job this morning, where I imagine, right, UNC probably needs to know from Bill.
And let's say it's late December, and we see 7, 8 teams open, and none of them want Bill. Then Bill's got to make a decision. Does he want to be a college head coach?
Pro football today, only on SportsGrid.
All right, live right here on SportsGrid, and it's just all night. Brock and Debo cannot get on the same page. I don't know. I tell me if I'm off base, but I feel that a much better version of Debo Samuel, Donnie, comes down with that football. No?
Maybe a much better version where he's a faster route runner because the play just wasn't there. And, Brock Purdy doesn't have the strongest arms. Not really did.
Yeah,
the guy
was underthrown a little bit.
Undercut him on that. So I don't really think he had too much of a chance to make that play. But a terrible drive for the 49ers. Actually started off with a Debo catch for 7 yards, and then a double penalty hits him, which they decline. The illegal man downfield, and they take the offensive pass interference, dooms them right away, and they're punting the football again.
Yeah, so both quarterbacks look terrible.
Yeah.
Both offensive schemes look terrible. Again, I don't know if it's a short week. I don't know what it is, but this is a bad football game on both sides of the ball. You know, there hasn't been one offense that's looked more crisp. Again, now, if you're LA right now, you want to force a little bit of tempo. Your quarterback has gotten into a little bit of a rhythm. You move the football. You want to at least try and get a field goal here, take a 9-6 lead. But for the San Francisco side, I still think they get the ball back, Donnie, with 8 minutes, 7 minutes. Yeah, you want to run the football, but you got to start to, time isn't on your side anymore if you're trailing.
Yeah.
So at some point, you need that sense of urgency. How low are these numbers going to go for George Kittle? I mean, he's got 52 receiving yards. His number before that drive was 65 and a half. I mean, what are we going to put it?
I don't even
Jennings.
They don't even score a touchdown at this point now.
Jennings has 31. I mean, he needs a 14, 15-yard pass.
The incredible thing is, we're sitting here right now and rightfully talking about how bad Stafford's been. 10 of 21, 3.5 yards per pass. Brock Purdy, 12 of 26, 4.5 yards per pass.
Yeah.
Atrocious.
Yeah.
And the first, basically, his pass of the game was the George Kittle big play.
Correct.
And he has done nothing since then.
You're not now, he's not been helped with the Debo drop and things like that.
21 and a half just popped in.
Right.
Would you jump in on that? 12?
To 10 points. I don't know. I just don't see.
I don't know.
It making the
goal.
difference.
But
field goal.
The goal now for these teams is no longer a touchdown. It's just get me a field goal. I'll probably win.
I mean, you'd love a touchdown if you can get one. I hear, you know what I'm saying, but
they actually like Debo drops that ball. Maybe it's a touchdown.
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford runs it to the 1 yard line or 2 yard line, which would have been 3rd and 1, setting it up, and a holding penalty pushes it back to the 12.
You want to take a shot? This is crazy. One passing and one rushing.
Cooper
touchdown.
Kupp still has 0 yards.
Yeah.
13 and a half.
But that's like Debo. Are you going to keep doubling down on Cooper, hoping that he gets a play, and then now he's going to be the forgotten man, and it's going to be the two guys that have caught passes, Puka and Blake Corum.
My only thing is, yes, you can double down on Debo, but there's various reasons to be betting Debo. Has Cooper Kupp ever played a game and not caught a pass in his life?
I don't think so.
Hunter
Long's got a catch for 9 yards tonight.
Fewest yards in a game.
12 and a half is that number now.
Well, I mean, Puka, wide receiver passes, Puka's got 6 catches. No other wideout has a catch for the Rams. None. Tutu Atwell, nothing. DeMarcus Robinson, nothing.
He threw one to Tutu Atwell. That went incomplete, right? That was the only target I saw in the first half. That was prior to the rain coming down.
Yeah.
So where do we turn?
Would you like to take a guess?
Go ahead.
At the career low for Cooper Kupp in a game.
22.
Lisi?
15.
He had a game in 2022 where he caught 3 passes for -1 yard.
Wow. Oh, we finally got a deep shot here. Oh, he's wide open. There's some juice.
That's it. I needed that.
Go.
That's great. We
Now
could
we're
have
playing
jumped
football.
on. All right.
Juice for Puka.
Awesome.
Look at that.
He's so good.
Stuck in the pocket, delivered. Can we get a touchdown? And by the way, Stafford, lead the guy.
Well, yeah, again, he's been
he's under
been
pressure.
But again, he's also now outplaying Brock Purdy.
Yes. After having 3 yards in the first half.
Cooper Kupp, also Puka, 7 for 97. Was nobody watching BYU film? Explain yourself.
I don't know. He's the strongest, fastest, best route runner. Unbelievable catching the football with the rack yards that you can possibly see.
End around. He's a taller Debo.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
It's he's the best player we've ever seen. All right, so kick this field goal on first down at this point.
Exactly.
No, come on. All right, we're hitting a break here because
they're going to score.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Call it what it is. So we'll enjoy this touchdown during the commercial. You enjoy it during commercial, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back on the other side. We'll react.
Yep.
We'll hang out. We'll make it happen with you on Sports.
I'm actually not even on a side today.
Yeah.
And I'll get to that.
Why are you on Texas? I gave them a chance. Maybe not me as the overwhelming authority in college football, but entering that game on this set to you guys, I said there was one elite defense entering the matchup in Austin back to end out October. It's not the Bulldogs like it used to be. It is Texas.
College football today, only on SportsGrid.
Those guys, those rookies, the Pacom Daddies, the Jacob Toppins, right? The Tyler Koliks, those young kids. He wants to get them that check. It means a lot to Brunson. And honestly, folks, it's going to mean a lot to this New York Knicks franchise that's never been back to the Eastern Conference Finals or the NBA Finals since 1999.
Betting above the rim, only on SportsGrid. The Bostonian versus the Book.
I remember one time, I don't know if Kenny will remember this. I said put 100 on, I think I left it on a text. Put 100 on this horse that won, and then Kenny called me back later and goes, "Hey, I never got the text." And I'm like,
no.
Oh yeah. Remember that, Kenny?
I would never stiff anybody. When he texted me as they're loading into the gate, maybe, like, it's too late.
The Bostonian versus the Book.
The NFL and college, they don't operate on the same timelines, right? UNLV's head coach just got, the Purdue job this morning, where I imagine, right, UNC probably needs to know from Bill.
And let's say it's late December, and we see 7, 8 teams open, and none of them want Bill. Then Bill's got to make a decision. Does he want to be a college head coach?
Pro Football Today, only on SportsGrid.
Back right here on SportsGrid. No touchdown. I guess, of course. Kyron Williams caught a ball that went nowhere. And they took their 3 points, and they went home. And they were probably happy with it. First time in a long time I'm actually interested. Maybe I'm nuts. I like a rush 1+ yard here, first play from scrimmage.
Feels like it.
All right.
Does anybody see it my way?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I could do that. That I can't do. What I can do is make. I can't.
That's fine.
I'm committed too much to the over and everything else right now. So we'll see. I did see 22.5 pop up right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to jump in on some of the receiving yards of San Francisco. Or rushing. I mean, you want to take somebody in the rushing attack? Garendo, 9 yards for the rest of the game, 10 yards.
Makes sense. 3-point
10
game.
yards.
Yeah. He gets 3 carries.
Minus 110.
I think you two are talking about different things.
What are you talking about? Garendo carries?
You saying receiving, I think?
Oh,
No,
I thought you said
I'm talking rushing.
Oh, you said rushing?
Yeah, one rush, 10 yards.
Whoa.
Look at you two.
He needs 10 yards for the rest of the game.
Yeah. I mean, they can't pass, so what the
I
hell?
mean, if they get you don't think at one point if they're on, I mean, I don't think it's hurry up the whole rest of the game, but
and look, that is on me, but I think the block was that I just said I like the first play to be a run.
Yeah.
And he said I cannot get there.
I can't get there. I can't get there. I can't get there on the first play.
Right.
But I could get there for 10 yards the rest of the game on Garendo.
You want to talk about?
Unless I'm missing
something.
something.
Can I? Let me bother you guys.
Go ahead.
So the Niners' first play is plus 135.
Mm-hmm.
They're hanging the Rams' first play from scrimmage.
Yeah.
At plus 125.
Yeah.
A run?
I would have thought that number would have been minus something.
Look at this guy.
Because the only way that they open up with a run, in my opinion, is if they don't open up with a run, is if we see points out of San Francisco.
Yeah.
Right. 3 or a touchdown.
Like, if this ends up being a punt, that first play being a run is like minus 250. Am I off base?
So do you want to play the LA run at plus 125?
I'm not. I think it's like that. I believe is good value, I guess. But the thing is it does feel like this could be kind of those mimic games where the Niners now be like, oh, okay, fine, we'll go get points ourselves here. Like that wouldn't surprise one bit. See, that's actually with them. That's not a run formation.
I don't know. Maybe it feels like it.
Give it to me, DRS.
Yep.
Get up the field no!
Oh, what a run. What a run. What a fantastic run of the game.
It's so funny. But since we've been doing this, we have never placed the wager on rush of 1+ yard.
Yeah.
And the result be a run for nothing.
True.
We've not had that happen. Like we've seen,
you get stoned, hand it off the middle, lose a yard. They stop the madness.
Yeah, we've obviously lost the bet.
Yeah.
But I've never lost it because it was a run play that went nowhere.
Yeah.
All right.
Good job.
Got the yardage.
Nice work. They just hung a number and they took it off Garendo, 50.5 rushing. He's got 44.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're moving it around, Lisi. They're trying to fit because you know how it is, though. It's they're trailing. There's no room for run plays here.
Well, even if they get it into field goal range, who's that?
Pearsall over his number. Is he over his number?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I thought that was your guy.
That is.
I convinced myself that.
Oh, Juszczyk?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Every time I watch Juszczyk run onto the flat, he's open. He's like, watch this.
Yeah.
Like, look, I could easily just flip this out over.
There he
like,
was.
yeah, come on, throw him the football.
The
arrow route was coming around.
The arrow route. Yeah. You're telling me like that route, Debo doesn't know how to run. Like,
No,
explain
he doesn't.
yourself.
Not anymore. He used to run that very well.
And score on it
Exactly.
somehow.
Yep.
That's it.
It used to be if you got him like running anywhere on the field, it was a monster play.
Yes, it's truly incredible to watch. Garendo, loose cannon.
3 yards. I mean, crazy. I'm serious. 6 yards.
But did you click it?
No, they took it right off. They flashed it and took it right off.
Would it be like 7 plays behind?
But I mean, we could have gotten to 52.5 at like even money.
Yeah. I like that. You too. Oh.
Mhm.
No, with the carries.
Yeah.
Why? Because we're always with the passing.
No.
Oh,
You missed it again.
Oh.
I missed it.
Unbelievable.
I missed it.
Oh, Juszczyk is a wide out here? What are we
There
looking
you go.
at?
Throw it to
Open
him.
it.
Here's the question. At what point
There it
do
is.
they start to enter
that
4 down
Kittle?
territory? Well, that play kind of ruined my question.
Yeah, if they got
Because
like
now they're about to
5.
be in field
Yeah,
goal territory.
exactly.
So I guess where they are right now, do you feel that they are in 4 down territory?
No.
Or it's a
No.
punt and pin
Nope.
if it came
Punt
to
and
it?
pin.
Actually, no. They're in 4 down territory if they're not kicking the field goal.
That's what I'm asking.
Yes, they were not punting that football.
From where they are at this, their ball's at the 43.
Yes, there's
of
no
the
more
Rams.
punting. There's no more punting.
Okay. If you end up, holding penalty, that might be different.
Holding penalty
but-
sack, yes, but no. They're
Okay.
They're all go now.
I disagree. I think in this type of game, he would punt and pin
Yeah.
with
The guy
3
here, maybe
timeouts.
shot for once.
Who is that?
Pearsall again. By the way, is it me or this? He's just throwing softball pillow punts.
He has not overthrown a single player tonight, I think, to your point.
Like drill that football in there. I mean, I'm not saying you're supposed to
said
throw
there
a
was no
50-yard
wind tonight,
line,
right?
No, there is no wind.
I
But
know.
look at it.
No.
Like this ball should be at least like led out in front of him. Like that's not a good pass.
No, it's not. It is underthrown
Yeah.
and behind him.
Yes.
Like, ultimately.
Like the skinny, you're supposed to post pattern is you're leading him to the post. That's just a softball pass.
Yeah.
They're going to run
we
it
can't
here?
be running it on second down here.
It's a tough spot.
Oh, man, come
But
on.
this is what happens.
Ooh, good run, though. How about
Great
that?
run by Garendo and a great look by
ooh.
Lisi on the live
Yeah,
over for
Lisi.
Garendo.
We're going to get a touchdown in this drive for once?
Too bad, Lisi. I couldn't get it in fast
Well, it didn't
enough.
fit your algorithm
Didn't
somehow.
fit the
Touchdown on this
algo.
drive would be massive because that would flip it to what? 13-9, which would be
22, 21 and a half. 21.
But
I'm
no,
thinking
also
of
from a touchdown perspective, where you score a touchdown here, Rams can't get away with a field goal in the opposite
No.
end. They got to go for a
No,
touchdown.
but that 22 and a half was looking pretty good at plus 122.
Yeah.
Total wise. I mean, assuming they score a touchdown, right?
Jump cut.
The problem is, Lee,
They're on the 30 right now, right?
it gets tricky, though, Joe, honestly, at 22 and a half. Because if the Niners bang in a touchdown, you're now not a touchdown and a field goal away,
Yeah.
if you think about it, because you need the big play out of the Niners. The Rams are touchdown or bust.
Right.
Yeah.
So now it's like, hold on a second. I need what? Like, that doesn't make any sense. That's not what I was betting
The
on.
one thing, too, you're looking at like the bets, which obviously not going my direction in many opportunities. But
Sure.
the Deebo Samuel game again, where it's like, let's buy into it. He's going to get carries,
Sure.
2 for 3 yards. He's going to get targets. He got 7. He has 16 yards. He's basically obsolete and insignificant now.
But I think tonight.
And they tried to like get him going early. It's like, you just don't have it.
That's what makes the follow-up game. Like, so tonight, Donnie, you said he closed around, what, 55 and a half, we'll call it?
Yes,
in some
correct.
books.
Up from 46.
I guess what?
What do you got? You're in?
Cooper Kupp, a half a
There's
yard.
another pillow.
Plus 108.
Horrible pass. Holy moly.
Cooper Kupp, a half a yard. Plus 108. I just clicked it. I can't. A half a yard. I mean.
What do you got?
I took it. I mean, I don't care if they have the ball in the lead.
Yeah.
They're going to throw one pass. You're telling me they can't dial up 1 yard for this guy? All right, I'll go down in flames. I don't know.
I'll root it in for you. I shouldn't be frustrated because I'm being a pest by being frustrated, but I watched it go to minus 155 for the Rams first play and then lock. Like, that number is now minus 250, minus 300, honestly. Like, there's no world the first play from scrimmage for the Rams isn't a run with the way Stafford's playing. And listen, I'm sure you're firing away right now because I know how you are. We'll talk about it here on the desk. You are watching Purdy. You are watching this season give John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan an out from making not a Daniel Jones level obvious mistake, but one that I think most people would really go, yeah, you probably shouldn't reset the market when it comes to Brock Purdy. A Niners loss here ends their season.
Yes.
Does it get close to ending Brock Purdy's time in San Francisco? Yeah. We'll talk about that next.
I'm actually not even on a side today.
Yeah.
And I'll get to that. Why are you on Texas?
I gave them a shout. Maybe not me as the overwhelming authority in college football, but entering that game on this set to you guys, I said there was one elite defense entering the matchup in Austin back to end out October. It's not the Bulldogs like it used to be. It is Texas.
College football today, only on SportsGrid.
Those guys, those rookies, the Pacom Daddies, the Jacob Toppins, right? The Tyler Koliks, those young kids. He wants to get them that check. It means a lot to Brunson. And honestly, folks, it's going to mean a lot to this New York Knicks franchise that's never been back to the Eastern Conference Finals or the NBA Finals since 1999.
Betting above the rim, only on SportsGrid. The Bostonian versus the Book.
I remember one time, I don't know if Kenny will remember this. I said put 100 on, I think I left it on a text. Put 100 on this horse that won, and then Kenny called me back later and goes, hey, I never got the text. And I'm like,
no.
Oh, yeah. Remember that, Kenny?
I would never stiff anybody. When he texted me as they're loading into the gate, maybe, like, it's too late.
The Bostonian versus the Book.
The NFL and college, they don't operate on the same timelines, right? UNLV's head coach just got, the Purdue job this morning, where I imagine, right, UNC probably needs to know from Bill.
And let's say it's late December, and we see 7, 8 teams open, and none of them want Bill. Then Bill's got to make a decision. Does he want to be a college head coach?
Pro Football Today, only on SportsGrid.
We are back on SportsGrid. For anybody that was wondering about that first play from scrimmage being a rush, it was not. They threw it, and it was almost incomplete. It ended up being a completed pass. Matt Stafford's throwing a little bit here. We're rooting in a receiving yard for Cooper Kupp. Lisi, we'll hope that comes in. We'll see if the Niners can get the ball back. But if we can zoom out now, Brock Purdy is currently sitting on a 14 for 30 night, 142 yards and a pick.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want to act like Brock Purdy last week wasn't excellent, because he was. 20 of 25, 80% completions, 325 yards, 13 yards per attempt, 2 touchdowns, no picks. He has actually, I think, in some ways had himself a good year. It's just not good enough. It is a season for the Niners that when you look around, you go, well, what's gone wrong?
Yeah.
McCaffrey, Ayuk, Trent Williams, Bosa's time missed, Debo's disastrous situation.
Yeah.
And that means if you're the Niners, you have to fix some other parts of your football team.
Yeah.
And you won't be able to do that, Donnie, if you're resetting the market on Brock Purdy.
Yeah, they tried to tell you also, like Brandon Ayuk, we can't afford the guy because Debo just got his money. Then you paid Ayuk. It's like, well, now we're going to pay a monster, money. Sometimes it does bring up the occurrence where it's, are you just better off when you know the quarterback is a good one, not a great one, and you know he's going to try to reset the market, or at least $50+ million. You say, you know what? I'm better off just letting you go. I'm a good coach. I'll find a quarterback who's cheaper. We might stumble for a year while he's a rookie, but then I have 4 more years before I have to pay the guy again and catch lightning again.
Yeah. Go ahead, Lisa.
No, I was just going to say, I mean, look at the emergence of Sam Darnold and some of the other backup quarterbacks that have put up numbers. I don't believe Brock Purdy's worth $65 million. I just don't. And again, he's good, but he's not elite. He's not Joe Burrow. He's not Pat Mahomes. He's certainly not Josh Allen. I mean, I would personally, I would rather have Jalen Hurts and Lamar over Brock Purdy.
Yeah,
I mean,
but what I'm saying is we're talking pure pocket passers. We're talking RPO type of guys. I would want both of those players over Brock Purdy, and certainly not for $65 million.
I think that's where I make the Daniel Jones comparison.
Yeah.
Anyone who was honest knew that the Giants shouldn't have paid Daniel Jones what they were paying him. If you say, hey, we should bring DJ back, that's a different conversation.
Yeah.
Right? But what they gave him, you knew was a disaster. Nobody thinks Brock Purdy should reset the market. Even Dak. There are people out there who will say, look, Dak's not the best quarterback in football, but I believe, not me, Dak's a top 5 quarterback in football. Look at X, Y, Z. Nobody thinks that of Brock Purdy. And that's why if you're the Niners, you have to be honest. I'll pose 2 really opposite sides of the spectrum, and it'll be a challenge. Lisa.
Sure.
Would you rather give Brock Purdy a $65 million record-setting deal or Aaron Rodgers on the minimum?
Aaron Rodgers on the minimum, as much as I hate him. I really would. I would much rather do that, and I'll throw it back to you. Do you feel that Brock Purdy is Jordan Love? Do you feel like he's Jared Goff? Do you feel...
Yeah, I think he's just as good as Goff.
I would rather have Goff.
That's fine.
Personally, I'm just saying this year, with the bullseye on their back to get back to an NFC championship, that quarterback's supposed to elevate everybody around them. Whether Christian McCaffrey's there or not, I understand Trent Williams. I understand the injuries that they sustained. And, yes, he's had good games. He's had great games like last week where they beat up on a mediocre, opponent. But for the most part, I would want all of those quarterbacks personally over Brock. And to pay him that type of money, it's just I said it before, and I'll say it again. There's going to be a team, and maybe it is San Francisco, that's going to stop the crazy amount of salary that we've seen thrown at these quarterbacks without winning anything.
Yeah.
It's going to stop at some point. Is this it? Is this the pinnacle?
Mike, it could be, but also from a business standpoint, again, it would be much different if we weren't talking about paying quarterbacks this much money. If you told me tomorrow Brock's going to sign 5 years and $100 million, sign me up. That used to be an unbelievable contract for a quarterback. No longer the case. And the agents say, well, somebody else is going to pay him money. Are they? You tell me he gets a free agency? Somebody's paying him $65 million and there's a bidding war?
That is, again, the Daniel Jones comparison.
Right, yeah.
I still don't know who was going to give him that money. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, does San Francisco test that, though? Is John Lynch the type of guy that says, you know what?
Should.
You think you're worth 65, go out the door and try it. And then that'll collapse the whole market. Then once they realize that teams aren't willing to throw that money, then there you go.
Because, again, first of all, you have to have a certain amount of money available to you.
Right.
They're going to have a decent chance to get the football back, by the way, with time, actually, more than usual, I would say. We'll see what they're able to do.
Yeah.
Rams could go for it. It's a 2-minute warning right now. But, Lisi, there's also spots where maybe the Panthers, right? Where it's like, all right, maybe Carolina doesn't want to try the draft again. We'll pay. Oh, never mind. We're going to run it back with Bryce Young.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Tennessee's got to move on from their quarterback situation. We're resetting the whole thing.
Right.
We're not doing this. You know, do the Jets want to make that move? I don't know. Do the Giants want to make that move? Again, maybe. But the list is never that deep. More teams have quarterbacks, whether they are good or not. You do not have to have a quarterback better than Brock Purdy to not be interested in Brock Purdy.
Oh, I understand that.
If you sorry, Joe, but if you think Brock Purdy is better than Geno Smith, right? All good. I don't think the Seahawks are going to move off for Geno for Brock.
Right.
That's just not how football operates, and that's why the market is limited.
Right. No, you're right. But I'll go back to the backups: Sam Darnold, Jameis Winston performing, not winning games. Baker Mayfield signed to $30 million.
Sure.
Right. So when you see that type of productivity on a guy that's getting half as much that Brock Purdy's going to bring you, and oh, by the way, you know, Baker's won in the playoffs, right? Baker's a guy. Why can't you catch that for some of these teams as opposed to paying up and setting the market?
But also, do they have to pay him?
Do they tag him, you mean?
So he's a complete free agent next year?
I think it's that time. Where again, maybe they could tag him.
He's eligible for an extension, I think, right? I don't think he's out of contract at this point, is he?
But him being drafted so late, I'll double check it. We'll see what happens on the other side of the 2-minute warning.
I'm actually not even on a side today.
Yeah.
And I'll get to that. Why are you on Texas?
I gave them a chance. Maybe not me as the overwhelming authority in college football, but entering that game on this set to you guys, I said there was one elite defense entering the matchup in Austin back to end out October. It's not the Bulldogs like it used to be. It is Texas.
College football today, only on SportsGrid.
Those guys, those rookies, the Pacom Daddies, the Jacob Toppins, right? The Telecolics, those young kids. He wants to get them that check. It means a lot to Brunson. And honestly, folks, it's going to mean a lot to this New York Knicks franchise that's never been back to the Eastern Conference Finals or the NBA Finals since 1999.
Betting above the rim, only on SportsGrid. The Bostonian versus the Book.
I remember one time, I don't know if Kenny will remember this. I said put 100 on, I think I left it on a text. Put 100 on this horse that won, and then Kenny called me back later and goes, hey, I never got the text. And I'm like,
no.
Oh, yeah. Remember that, Kenny?
I would never stiff anybody. When he texted me as they're loading into the gate, maybe, like, it's too late.
The Bostonian versus the Book.
The NFL and college, they don't operate on the same timelines, right? UNLV's head coach just got, the Purdue job this morning, where I imagine, right, UNC probably needs to know from Bill.
And let's say it's late December, and we see 7, 8 teams open, and none of them want Bill. Then Bill's got to make a decision. Does he want to be a college head coach?
Pro Football Today, only on SportsGrid.
Time to get to the real topics. Across my timeline, Bronny James with 24 points in his first road G League game. What a player, Lisi.
What was his total tonight?
I wonder if some
Ups the
books
ante
were
on a trade. Does.
He is a part of the package.
Yeah.
Great point by DRS. Rams do pick up the 3rd and 4 conversion with another completion. Colby Parkinson for 14 yards. It was arguably the best throw Stafford's made all night since Puka scores if the ball hit him in stride. You could make that argument there. Stafford, again, all of a sudden has comfortably outplayed Brock Purdy in this game. while having one of the worst games of his entire season.
Yep.
You're at the 18-yard line. The Niners just called the timeout. They have one more left, Donnie. If you're the Rams, the goal has to be get a first down, not a field goal, because you don't, right? I mean, you're running the ball.
Yeah, but you're under 2 minutes now. It's a first down. There's only one timeout left.
Yeah.
So theoretically, when you do kick that field goal, there might be like 10 seconds left.
But don't you think you'd still go for it?
It depends if it's 4th and 7, or is it going to be 4th and 2?
Yeah. How much time is likely to be left? Because the first play will run all the time out.
Like almost negligible.
Can someone in the back try and run me a little quick math on what would be the amount of time projected to be left?
No turnovers tonight, right?
41-20. I mean,
No, there was one interception by Purdy.
Yeah, you're talking. I think, Donnie, you're talking like a tick under 30 seconds,
Yeah.
Donnie.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so we're saying they would have about 25 seconds plus left. I guess my point, DRS, is I'm not kicking a field goal. I'm not letting it get blocked. I'm ending the game. Unless I'm in, 4th and 15, I think I'm ending the game. Because the amount of yardage that still would need to be gained, they're inside the 20-yard line.
But you're also messing around at that point where it's like, okay, they got 10 seconds. They just throw a Hail Mary deep to the 30-yard line, flag down, field goal.
Right.
Whereas you're up 6, you have to score a touchdown.
Yeah.
This is crazy. Unbelievable game, right?
Yeah.
The way it just played out.
I'll throw something out here quickly. Just by the way, they're flashing Debo.
Mm-hmm.
The return that they will get on him in the offseason is going to make your stomach turn. 4th
Conditional
rounder.
6th rounder.
Yeah. I mean, truly. You're talking about a guy that could have been dealt for a first rounder.
True.
They could have dealt Ayuk for a first rounder.
Sure.
They what did Devontae end up going for? High-level second or a conditional second?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Second?
Yeah.
And Devontae was still performing, and Debo off the worst year of his career, injury history,
drops, fumbles,
four
bad
fifth round
routes.
pick.
Yeah.
He'll be an Eagle after they get rid of AJ. You know what I'm saying?
Now, what do you do here? You think he's crazy enough to throw it?
Who's that?
No,
McVay?
absolutely not. He's not throwing this ball.
It's just
the
not
only way you
worth
can
it.
lose the game if you throw it.
Time is all that matters.
Exactly. Yeah. Negligible.
Yeah, but that's about all that matters. But again, so you are kicking, Donnie?
Yes. 1,000%. Unless they get the first down here. Yeah, you're
I'm not
definitely
kicking.
kicking it. Yep. 1,000%.
Call me crazy. I'm not kicking, though. I'm not kicking. They would get the football in the world where I mess it up at the 11-yard line and 18 seconds.
But again, you can have the pass interferences come into play. They don't.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, a little bit of rain coming down now, too.
I guess.
Wow. Here we go.
You know what I would say to you, though, Donnie?
Yeah.
Is this was the Sirianni thing, is I'm not going to lose.
Oh, look. Now, see, this is a hut, hike. Hut, hike.
But can I just say this?
Yeah.
If they did snap it, they'd get a first down because they never believe they're going to snap it. So you can see it in the posture. All I'm saying is 4th and 3 at the 19.
Yeah.
If I drop Stafford back, say, hey, take your time. You're all good.
No.
Why not?
Sack fumble, go the other way.
It's Stafford. I got to trust that he's not going to take a strip sack.
Never know.
Donnie. Just
Never
lay
know.
down like it's Brett Favre.
You have a chip shot field goal.
Yeah.
The wrap.
No, but my point,
There's not even any wind.
I understand all of that.
Yeah.
I guess here's my point, Donnie. There's almost nothing that's going to happen anyway where the Rams are going to do anything other than win this game. My only point is, they might return the kick.
Yeah.
I don't know. Here's what I know for sure. If they go for this and don't get it, they will not lose in regulation. They won't lose in regulation.
I don't know.
I mean, crazier things have happened, Hail Marys and everything else.
But they won't be going for a Hail Mary when you're up 3. Now they're going for a touchdown. There will now be no overtime post-kick, assuming he makes it, which he did.
No
touchdown. We're here on the other side. Debo long reception inbound. We'd love to see it.
Man.
I'm actually not even on a side today.
Yeah.
And I'll get to that. Why are you on
Right.
Texas?
I gave them a challenge. Maybe not me as the overwhelming authority in college football, but entering that game on this set to you guys, I said there was one elite defense entering the matchup in Austin back to end out October. It's not the Bulldogs like it used to be. It is Texas.
College football today, only on SportsGrid.
Those guys, those rookies, the Pacom Daddies, the Jacob Toppins, right? The Telecolics, those young kids. He wants to get them that check. It means a lot to Brunson. And honestly, folks, it's going to mean a lot to this New York Knicks franchise that's never been back to the Eastern Conference Finals or the NBA Finals since 1999.
Betting above the rim, only on SportsGrid. The Bostonian versus the Book.
I remember one time, I don't know if Kenny will remember this. I said put 100 on, I think I left it on a text. Put 100 on this horse that won, and then Kenny called me back later and goes, hey, I never got the text. And I'm like,
no.
Oh, yeah. Remember that, Kenny?
I would never stiff anybody. He texted me as they're loading into the gate, maybe. Like, it's too late.
The Bostonian versus the Book.
The NFL and college, they don't operate on the same timelines, right? UNLV's head coach just got, the Purdue job this morning, where I imagine, right, UNC probably needs to know from Bill.
And let's say it's late December, and we see 7, 8 teams open, and none of them want Bill. Then Bill's got to make a decision. Does he want to be a college head coach?
Pro football today, only on SportsGrid.
In the receiving game. No, in the return game, Debo with easily his best play of the night.
Yep.
Tacked a horse collar on, Joe, and now we're at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, so now you're going to get the Hail Mary at some point to potentially at least tie the game and then see if they can win it with an extra point. Pat it down, and we'll see what happens here. L.A. calls the timeout here.
Do you go Hail Mary?
No, you did
on
get
the
dunked.
first play.
No, you don't.
I wouldn't see it coming.
First of all, does Purdy even be able to throw it to the end zone from the 50? We don't even know if he can at this point.
Well, just tell him to throw it out of the back of the end zone, and then it'll land right where you need it.
How about the rocket screen to Debo right now? Gets a couple moves.
14 and a half yards.
Yeah. It's so tough because, Lisi, for the incomplete, I'd love to root for you.
I know, you're against me.
But
does
does
feel
feel like
Jennings catch a 29-yarder then? No, can't
Look,
be.
if they were to use this even better, Joe, if he has 3 seconds
Kittle
left, like, you'd love it because it's just a Hail Mary that you know was probably not getting completed.
Yeah.
But now you have the 17-yard out where nobody's really defending it.
Like, I'm rooting. Are they playing up?
Pretty much.
Or they're there's like 4 guys back there.
There's a lot of guys back there.
Get Debo for the long reception for the people, Lisi.
Yeah, why not? Let's get Debo for the people.
Don't you have Debo bets? He doesn't even look his way.
Block it!
Yeah, there you go.
Lisi, I was rooting you the whole way.
Great, deep out. Good job, Purdy. We love that. Not even close.
I'm telling you, this game has swayed me. Like, what? If we sat together for the Eagle game, it may sway. This game has swayed me like Debo's right. Like, he's not looking at him.
Yes.
Like, he's not.
But why would you throw he's got cinder blocks for hands.
Who, Debo?
Yeah.
He's throwing to Ricky Pearsall.
I'd rather throw to Ricky. Where's Jawan Jennings?
He's throwing through a guy that got shot, Joe.
I knew you wouldn't be able to resist that.
Look at this guy.
What a game, man.
It's
what a game. Good Lord, man. Holy like, how do you get sacked?
This guy ain't worth.
Now see,
million.
Here's where we have to play it off as he's a smart quarterback. He knows if he tried to throw that Hail Mary and he came up to the 20-yard line, he might never get a job in the NFL. Better to take the sack. Smart move.
How many passes do you think he completed in that whole quarter?
Man.
I think it was
3.
2. I think he completed 2 passes. What a game. Look how low I'm
sitting. Man.
You know what? We'll stand to get out of here, man. What a game. No, I don't want to do that. They're going to get mad at me. I feel good. Under Rams team total, never in down.
Pick.
Not bad.
That was a nice
All right,
pick.
what do you say? We'll do it again on Sunday. Joe's Lisi, Donnie's Rightside, Kevin's Walsh, post